Humane just released their new AI pin, as well as a full video describing what the thing actually is. Up until this point, we only had a TED Talk to go off of and little teasers that we've seen online. We now have a full video breakdown, as well as price point and availability of the Humane pin. And in this video, I'm going to discuss my thoughts on this product as a tech enthusiast and whether or not you should consider picking one up. So let's just get started with this video that they've released on their website.
Welcome to Humane.
This is the Humane AI Pin.
I must say, this already feels kind of like an SNL skit or something. It's just very serious, extremely serious. So the story with Humane is actually pretty interesting. Both Imran and Bethany are actually married, and Imran was a designer at Apple for over 20 years. So Imran is actually noted as being the designer of Do Not Disturb mode, which is pretty cool. I mean, that kind of seems to be in line with his overall philosophy on Humane, if you look up kind of their core philosophy. And then Bethany also was director of software engineering at Apple. She was responsible for all the software product management for iOS and Mac OS. So these two are seriously a power couple, to say the least.
Comes in 3 colorways. Got Eclipse, Lunar, and Equinox.
Black, white, and gray, but I'll just go with that. That's fine.
There's 2 pieces, a computer and a battery booster. Now the battery booster powers a smaller battery inside the main computer. And this is how we achieve.
Okay, cool. So that looks like the Rode or the DJI mic mount system, basically having a magnet behind your shirt here, and then the metal object here sticks onto it just like so. And so you don't need a pin or anything that's going to actually damage your clothing, or even a clip, which I do think they have a clip accessory if you want. But this is a cool way to mount the product onto your shirt. I like it. And it's also a battery, so I guess it's doing a wireless charge through your clothing. Very cool.
There are no wake words, so it's not always listening or always recording. In fact, it doesn't do anything until you engage with it. And your engagement comes through your voice, touch, gesture, or the laser ink display.
And we really are living in the future. The laser display on the hand thing is just wild. And basically, too, what he just said answers the question that I've had, which is this just going to be some sort of wearable device that's always listening, that's basically just feeding data to the cloud for the NSA to take advantage of and listen to your conversations? Now, we're going to have to take them at their word here. I do think these guys are pretty trustworthy. But basically what he said is the only way that you can interact with the voice assistant is by physically interacting with the device.
It also comes with its own connectivity built right in, our own Humane network, connected by T-Mobile.
We were able to...
Hey, T-Mobile, how much should they pay for that? Or maybe they're the only company that was willing to work with them, but that's cool. So it's got a cell network built in. Not sure if it's 5G or LTE, they didn't mention, but it's got a cellular chip in there.
To pack a lot of technology into something really small. It runs a Qualcomm Snapdragon chipset, and that means it's really fast, which is crucial for AI.
I love that. That means it's really fast. Kind of vague, not telling us exactly what Qualcomm chipset there is. But hey, that's cool. Qualcomm is a good company. Too bad it's not Apple Silicon, but I'll take it.
It's got an ultra-wide RGB camera, depth sensor, and motion sensors.
And it's got this really special speaker that creates this bubble of sound.
This is kind of a new type of technology that we've seen developed, this very like isolated sound. We're seeing it in the new Meta Ray-Ban headsets. The Vision Pro headset is doing it as well, kind of firing speakers in very targeted regions. Curious to experiment with this and see how it sounds. Hopefully it's not obnoxious to people around you. You wouldn't want to just have like essentially a Bluetooth speaker strapped to your shirt all day, just blasting audio. I don't know.
It can be really intimate, or it can be really loud.
Okay, so I guess it could be a Bluetooth speaker, really loud. Nice.
As an indicator that we call the trust light. that is built directly into the AI Pin's hardware via a dedicated privacy chip.
The
Nice.
trust light indicates when its input, optical, or audio sensors are active, ensuring full transparency and data security.
The AI Pin privacy chip also protects it from being exploited, which means if it's ever physically tampered with, it will require service from Humane to restore operation.
Nice. That doesn't stop gaff tape.
The AI Pin comes with a beacon that lets you know when it has something for you, like messages from.
Interesting. So if you get a message, there's going to be a tiny little light that's shining up into your eye. Hope there's a theater mode, because that would be obnoxious in a movie theater or a very dark environment. And hopefully it's like got an ambient light sensor so that it's not crazy bright in dark areas. I don't know, but that's cool. I would imagine that if I had like a tiny little light on my shirt, my peripheral vision would kind of see it. So that's an interesting way to alert you of a notification without it being distracting.
We don't do apps. Humane's OS runs AI experiences that are on device and in the cloud.
That does sound like a little bit of marketing.
The OS understands what you need and picks the right AI in the moment.
What this means is that you no longer have to search for, download, or manage apps. These AIs are streamed on demand at the speed of thought. Let's play some music.
Cool.
Play the song How Music Makes You Feel Better.
We've partnered.
So I wasn't expecting there to be a physical interaction there like that. But I guess it makes sense if there's no wake words.
Partnered with Tidal, which you get out of the box, and you
I wonder if you can log into Spotify and Apple Music and stuff, because obviously people are going to want to play their own playlists and stuff. But I mean, if you're getting Tidal for free, that's not a bad thing. I mean, it'll do the same thing, but it would be annoying having to juggle multiple music services.
can do some amazing things.
Really cool things driven by AI, like
You
play
double
music
tapped.
written by Prince but not performed by Prince. Or play songs from famous sci-fi films. I've got my music controls. If I go to the left,
That's cool.
I can go back. If I go to the right, I can skip. If I was to go down, I can pause. And to get back to my home screen, I just close my hand. Okay. Got my clock, weather, the date. If I tilt my hand up, got nearby. It tells me everything that might be around me and where I am at the same time. I can also use it to ask questions like, when is the next eclipse and where is the best place to see it?
1,000.
This isn't
2,
AI
3,000,
browsing the web
3,
or
3,000,
grabbing knowledge
4,
from all
4,000,
over the internet.
5,000.
The next
6,
total
6,000.
solar.
Did you see that? It took 6 seconds for it to answer. She had to talk over the wait so that it didn't feel as long. That is something I'm noticing. Like, this does feel slow. It feels like a slow interaction. I feel like I can pretty much type faster or Google search things with my thumbs faster than I could speak it. Plus having to reach up, push the button, speak the thing, and literally wait 6 seconds for it to answer. I am realizing what I'm saying right now is so dumb and so ridiculous, because wow, this is an amazing product, right? But we live in such a fast world. I've got fiber internet here at home. Like, that's a long response.
Eclipse will occur on April 8th, 2024. Best places to see it are Exmouth, Australia, and East Timor.
Having the assistant read you things is longer than reading it with your eyes, because my eyes will scan through an answer and get just the bit that I'm looking for, rather than sitting there and like listening to it.
I can use it for messaging, either by voice or laser. Tell Andrew I'll be there later tonight.
Your message to Andrew says I'll be there later tonight. Okay to send?
Make me sound more excited.
Your message to Andrew says I'll be there later tonight. Can't wait. Okay to send?
Yes.
I mean, this isn't much different than sending a text through voice on Siri, but I hate that process. Like, when I'm in the car and I'm responding to people, I'm like, read me my last text message, okay? Da 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 da. Like that's already slower than what I would read in reality. And then okay, reply with da 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 da. And then they repeat the entire sentence that you just said. It's annoying. I feel like I could trust the AI enough to actually hear what I'm saying, to not even confirm what I sent. I would rather even it just say, all right, sent, and then just just trust that it's good. I do like that little angle that they just added with him telling the AI, okay, make me sound more excited. Like I like that. That's a really cool integration with AI with messaging that I would love to see more of. I just don't like that it has to read it back to you. That's too slow of a process.
I like most about messaging is getting caught up. My AI summarizes what's important, so I don't have to go back and read every message.
Catch me up.
Yanir asked if you want to get hook fish with Sam this week. Michelle sent some notes about today's design sync. Andy and Adam are on their way over.
I could use that specifically on my mom. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. There's really only one bit of information that's in that text. It's saying, hey, can we come over tomorrow at noon? Or are you free on this day? But there's like so many details there. All I really need is just that one piece of information. Using AI to read your messages and then essentially make a summary of that, I like that. But that's also a feature that I feel like is going to come soon to Siri and Google Assistant.
What's the gate code that Andrew sent me?
The gate code that Andrew sent is 7361.
Before, I'd have to scroll through a long text chain to the last time I went to Andrew's house.
My mind is starting to expand to, I think, what this vision, at least the vision that they're showing us. I'll be interested to see how it actually works and functions in reality. But yeah, an AI-driven phone with an assistant that truly understands all your contacts and all your text messages and whatnot.
Hey,
Hey, Anya, can you help me with this demo?
be right there.
Thanks. Now, of course, you can also use Bluetooth headphones at any time.
Oh, okay. That's great. That answers my previous question. Bluetooth headphones. So cool. So just buy a set of AirPods and use it with this device. That instantly makes it a lot better to me, honestly.
Estamos casi listos para enviar la versión final.
We are almost ready to ship the final version.
Great. I can't wait. Thanks so much.
Genial. No puedo esperar. Muchas gracias.
So, what happened there is the AI auto-detected Spanish, interpreted to English, and replied back to Yanir in Spanish with my intonation.
My exact intonation. I wonder if it trains the AI, the voice AI, to your voice. It listens to your voice so much you don't even have to like force train it. It just over time will hear your voice and the way you speak, and then I guess if it's doing those translations, it'll actually speak in your intonation. Very cool.
With computer vision, the AI can recognize objects, and we're starting with health and nutrition. I've got goals that I've set up in my AI that I no longer need to think about. How much protein?
These almonds have 15 grams of protein.
Holy
Great.
crap.
I'm gonna eat it.
Enjoy it.
And later I can ask, how much protein have I had today?
You have had 22 grams of protein today.
It's really
Very
cool.
cool. Now my question is, can I show it a picture of the Baconator and it know that I'm at Wendy's and that I'm eating a Baconator?
When it comes to retail, the AI Pin allows you to shop in the real world, hold up an item to learn more about it, and transact seamlessly on the go without relying on screens. How much is this online?
This is $28 online.
Great. Buy it.
Buy it so that this small mom and pop bookstore will go out of business. Yeah, I mean, that one feature alone will give Amazon much more business, that's for sure.
Just double tap.
I'm pausing these images, like, definitely pretty grainy.
Or video. Staying
Look at the dynamic range on that. No, I mean, hey, it's super small, so I mean, what else do you expect? I guess definitely not a great looking image, but hey, it's on you at all times, I guess. So.
Capturing the whole scene.
Huh.
And generating a gorgeous image. It'll remember everything you input into notes and then recall what's relevant. Where should Ken and I grab dinner tonight?
Here are some recommendations for you: Sushi Ran, Shisen, and Elephant Sushi.
Now, how did it know? Because I had input a note a while ago that Ken likes sushi. Humane provides a central hub called Humane.Center. This platform is designed to simplify your interaction with the AI Pin from setup through daily use.
Okay. So there's no apps, but we do have an app that shows you all the apps in one app called Humane.Center. So
let's take a look at accessories. And we'll start with our clip that we've designed that allows you to wear the AI Pin on any large article of clothing. It has a clip that can extend and really get onto any kind of thickness. I'm going to take this one and attach it like so. It's
cool. I like the little sound effects it's making. I don't know if you heard that. Like as he took the thing off, as he put the thing on, there's some nice little zing, fing. Like that's chef's kiss. Nice design. And I could tell that Imran is like a big fan of hardware. Like you can just see how, like, I mean, I know he's a software guy, but like it's cool to see him get excited about like this clip. Like I love seeing his passion for this clip. You know, it's
magnetic, just like all of our accessories. And I'll put it on Bethany so you can see how it works. So I'm extending the arm, and then I can rotate it however Bethany wants it to go. And one last accessory we'd like to show you is our charge case. This charge case can hold your entire...
May or may not be inspired by the AirPods, but hey, we're no shame here. And I will say just the whole AI Pin in general does have like very Apple design language, very Apple Watch looking type design. So, you know, I think it's shameless. Even his outfit is very Steve Jobs, right?
AI Pin along with a battery booster in it for travel, but also for charging. It has a built-in battery that allows you to slip in the AI Pin and it will charge it for more than one charge.
More than one charge. So that means it's like 1.5. So that's cool. I mean, like you said, you can get all-day battery with the device and the battery pack. I don't know if that means that you'll need the charger, but I mean, if you're just charging it up every night, and if you have to pop it in there for a little bit in between driving from one location to another, I mean, we'll have to do some tests with it to see how long we actually get battery life on this device. But it's cool that they did an AirPods case with this so that you can top it off at any moment.
It's USB-C powered and super easy to carry and very rugged at the same time.
Okay, so the details. The AI Pin starts at $699 for the complete system. This
definitely a little cheaper than I was expecting.
It's an AI Pin, charge pad, cable, and adapter, along with a charge case and an extra battery.
Look at the nice woven cable. I mean, this is so Apple-y. This whole thing just screams Apple, like big white screen, white design. I mean, again, what do you expect? This guy comes from Apple, so he's literally just taking that same core philosophy and design language and applying it here. So
you'll also get the syncing and storage of all your photos and videos, full access to our growing suite of AI.
Oh, OpenAI is the AI system? Interesting. See, that makes all this pretty interesting. So ChatGPT is the core of this device. I had no idea that OpenAI and Humane were partnered together with this. That also means Microsoft as well, obviously. And Google? I don't know. Slack? Interesting. Okay. So that was one of my big questions, like where are they getting the AI power for this? How do we know that we can trust the AI system? So on one hand, you know, they're trying to keep it very private and whatnot. But then on the other, if you're not a fan of OpenAI, you're not a fan of what they're doing, then they're going to be getting your information on their servers. But I think I'm okay with that. I do love ChatGPT. I use it constantly for work. So a lot of the things that you're thinking of or ideas that you think of as a ChatGPT user, I would assume will work here. So that is very interesting, very exciting. So now I can ask a lot of the same questions that I ask all the time to ChatGPT to this device. They're not even really showing the power of it fully. They're just talking about notifications and little things. But you could also just say, like, if you're doing a Bible study, which I use ChatGPT all the time for that, like, what's the context of this verse? Who wrote it? What region was it, referring to? Who was Paul speaking to at this time? What was the full context of the people in this region? Where is that in relation to Israel? Like those types of things when you're reading the Bible, when you're doing a study on anything with work, like very cool to see that.
Powered services with no limits on the number of queries you can pose, along with unlimited talk, text, and data with a dedicated cell phone number for your AI PIN via the Humane network.
Okay, so for $24 a month with T-Mobile, you get unlimited talk, text, and data. So that's cool. That's pretty cheap. You get your own number. I wonder if you can carry that over to like your actual phone number if you want to get rid of your phone, or if you could have a dual phone number. So like it calls your phone and this at the same time. More than likely, this would be a separate phone number. So you'd have to like tell your friends, hey, this is my Humane number. So if you get a text or a call from this, just save me in your phone with this number as well as my phone number, Because they can't expect everybody to like get rid of their phones. That's just not going to happen.
All for just $24 a month. We are so excited to finally unveil the AI PIN and can't wait for you to begin trying it for yourselves.
It is our aim at Humane to build for the world not as it exists today, but as it could be tomorrow. One where we can take the full power of AI everywhere and have it weave seamlessly into our everyday lives. For us, the AI PIN is just the beginning.
Cool. As a tech enthusiast, I think this is up there with like one of the coolest, newest products out there. And I mean, I'm trying to like really imagine a world in which I'm not on my phone all the time, but it's still getting all the messages and all of the emails and has access to my podcasts and like the things that I find important in life that aren't visual, like not videos or YouTube videos or images. Like I can listen to my podcast like this, hey, push the thing, play the latest episode of ATP, right? And it just starts playing it. And it should pick up where I left off. And, music, calling people. What did summarize the last text message from my mother. Like even setting alarms and timers and scheduling and stuff. Like I really struggle with my focus. I have ADHD. And so like saying, hey, I need to get this, and this done. My work time is from this time and this time. Keep me on track today and build a schedule and tell me what to do throughout the day. Like, I wonder if it'll be able to do that and like alert me like, hey, you should be moving on from this to this. You now have 1 hour to complete this task. Stuff like that. I mean, I think my mind now is starting to really get creative with the way to use this, and it's exciting. It's really cool. A lot of the things that this thing does, though, are all things that a phone could do. You can use the camera on a phone to do these things. You can talk to a phone with Siri, or if ChatGPT was plugged into Siri, you could do a lot of the same tasks. I think that's really where this is going to be a struggle for Humane, because everything that they showed off is a technological achievement for sure to fit it in a small device like this that's projecting onto your hand. Like, that's a cool demo, but ultimately everything that it's doing are things that a phone can do already currently. I have the ChatGPT phone app on my phone right now. I can use it there. Obviously, it's got a camera that's way better than this camera. But I think where they stand out is that they're making a product that gives you what you need from your phone in terms of phone calls, messaging, limited audio-based entertainment, but not the distractions of social media, the endless scroll, the endless TikTok scrolls, the addiction to the likes and stuff like that. But that does come down to your own discipline, because let's be honest, you're not getting rid of your iPhone when you buy this. Nobody's buying this first version cold with no phone, you know. Some people may end up getting rid of their phone after they use this for health reasons, you know, like it's literally like a social health reason to get rid of your phone, to be more focused on the world in front of you, to be more present. And I like this. Like, this to me is a better version of the dumb phone. This is the light phone, which I've used quite a bit. It's been my additional phone number. I have an additional phone number on this. And on the weekends and after work hours, I will sometimes switch to this. Although recently I haven't, because it's kind of annoying to deal with. But the idea behind this is that it's just phone calls, messaging. There's very limited features on this. There's like a calculator, a podcast. The AI Pin gives you the power of modern technology with AI, with all these things, but not the distractions of a screen. So I think I'm starting to slowly get it. And I guess if you lived on your computer mostly for work, you can still have access to all the computery things, all the work things. But in theory, you could get by with just the AI Pin as your phone. Get rid of your phone completely. Probably buy a Garmin or something like that in your car if you need GPS. But with the exception of buying a GPS unit like a Garmin, you could technically get away with using the Humane and carrying around a real camera everywhere you go instead of your phone, and take pictures with a real camera. I think I'm starting to get the vision. I'm starting to get excited. If you're somebody who is forward thinking, who's willing to do some kind of early beta testing on new tech, if you're an enthusiast, then absolutely consider getting this, because I think your perspective and opinion and your use of it is going to inform the future products. And if this is something that you feel you need as somebody who's maybe an addict to your phone, or you'd like to have less of your phone, this is a great option to experiment with and try. And I would say, even if you don't like it, you could probably sell it on eBay for what you paid for it. They may even have a decent return policy if you got it for 2 weeks or so and you weren't a fan of it. I would guess that they're going to sell like crazy. They probably don't have a ton of them made, so they're probably going to sell out pretty quick. I'm really curious about this product now. I was a little pessimistic about it and not super stoked about it, but now that I've seen it, I think this is pretty interesting. But if you're not a fan of it yet, I'd say wait around. This is the first generation. Give it a go. Let it kind of mature and just be a fly on the wall and see how this thing develops over time. You don't have to go buy this thing. It's definitely not cheap, but it is a little cheaper than I was expecting, to be completely honest. So anyways, love to hear your thoughts on the Humane. And if you're going to pick one up, let me know in the comments down below. Great work, Humane. The video was a little pretentious, but it got better with time, especially when Imran started getting excited about some of the hardware and the software features. I could just see the enthusiasm. Subscribe so you can watch Humane content, and let me know your thoughts. See you later.